Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the WhyThoPodcast. My name is Jay, and in today's video, I'll be giving y'all my NBA playoff predictions for the first round. Let's go. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, check out WhyTho Gaming, check out WhyTho on the Go, check out the socials, follow for more, make sure y'all share this video, and check out my personal channel as well, and make sure y'all throw up the W for the WhyThoPodcast, and let's get started. So today is April 16, 2026, and the last set of playing games is tomorrow, April 17, but this video drops in early afternoon on April 17, so obviously I'm going to give two of my predictions for whoever's going to be the 8th seed. So I'm going to start off with the Western Conference, and the first matchup I'll be discussing is the number 1 seeded Thunder versus either the number 8 seeded Warriors or the number 8 seeded Suns. So I believe that if the Warriors are the 8th seed, they wouldn't really necessarily give OKC problems, but I do believe that OKC will win that series in 5 games. I just feel like Curry's going to probably hit like a game winner or something to extend the series 1 game, but overall I feel like OKC has, you know, the better depth needed. I feel like OKC has the best bench in the league and everyone can pretty much score and defend on that team. So I do have, you know, the Thunder beating the Warriors in 5. But on the other hand, if the Suns were to beat the Warriors and become the 8th seed, I feel like it would be an easy sweep for the Thunder. I feel like Thunder's just miles ahead better than the Suns. The second series I'll be discussing is the number 2 seeded Spurs versus the number 7 seeded Trailblazers. So kind of similar to the OKC series. I feel like Trailblazers, they aren't that great. Obviously, there's a 7 seed and they're talented enough to even make the playoffs. And to me, it's pretty much just very impressive that they made it in general, just because they lost Chauncey Billups as the head coach very early in the season. But, you know, they got to face Wemby and Dylan Harper, Stephon Castle. Like, a bunch of these guys are just pretty good players. And I just feel like the Spurs will win in 5 games against the Blazers. I feel like it's not going to be much of an issue. I feel like the Blazers will just have 1 good game, and that's the one they win. And yeah, on to the next series. Next, I'll be discussing the number 3 seeded Nuggets versus the number 6 seeded Timberwolves. For me, this one was pretty hard to pick just because you know how Anthony Edwards is in the playoffs. He makes a ton of good plays and just physical, tough, things of that nature. But I do feel like the Nuggets take this. I mean, they were NBA champions before. They still got Jokic, they got Murray still. They still got all these guys that could score and do whatever. I just feel like this series will still be competitive in a way. And I feel like it'll be pushed to 6 games, but I have the Nuggets winning in 6 games. The last series I'll be talking about for the Western Conference is the number 4 Lakers versus the number 5 Rockets. To me, this one was pretty tough on who I think is gonna win, just because I've been a LeBron fan since I was in elementary school. So I feel like I'm a root for the Lakers, but I do believe the Rockets take this in 6 games just due to like Luka being hurt, Austin Reeves being hurt, and it's literally just LeBron and company. Like, LeBron's obviously going to move back to that first option role that he had, you know, for many years. Just like how he did in 2018 during the playoffs. But I feel like just the star power of the Rockets, I mean, they got KD. I don't think anyone on the Lakers could guard KD. So I feel like the Rockets are just going to give the ball to him, let KD make plays and whatever. So that's why I feel like the Rockets will win in 6 games. All right, we are on to the Eastern Conference now. So the first series I'll be discussing is the number 1 Pistons versus either the number 8 seeded Magic or the number 8 seeded Hornets. So I believe if the Pistons were to face the Magic, they'll win in 5 games. Magic, to me, this season, they haven't been just talented enough compared to like the other playoff run they had a couple years back. I just feel like Magic's, it's a little different. I know they still got Paolo, they got Jalen Suggs, but I feel like they match up with the Pistons. I don't think they can really match the physicality that the Pistons play with. But if the Pistons were to face the Hornets, y'all know about all the fights going on with the Hornets and the Pistons. I feel like this will just make an entertaining first round, which is why I do want the Hornets to beat the Magic, just because I want to see LaMelo in the playoffs. I'm pretty sure he never made the playoffs before, and I feel like it's just going to be a fun series. But if the Pistons were to face the Hornets, I think they just win in 6 games. I don't think Hornets is, you know, the overall better team. I don't think they could play to win 4 games in that series because I feel like it'll be pretty hard. But if the Hornets were to win it, it'll probably be pushed to like 7 games. The next series I'll be discussing is the number 2 seeded Celtics versus the number 7 seeded Sixers. For me, this is pretty easy. I got the Celtics in 5 games. I feel like Celtics is always a team you can never count out in the playoffs. They always make a deep run to always like the Eastern Conference Finals and things of that nature. So I feel like Celtics do it again. and have another deep playoff run. The next series I'll be talking about is another interesting one to me, and it's the Knicks versus Hawks. So the Knicks are the 3 seed and the Hawks are the 6 seed. We all know the history between the Knicks and the Hawks in the playoffs, but this time Hawks is pretty much reloaded. They don't have Trae Young anymore, but they do got Jalen Johnson, like, who's pretty much a great player. I mean, I remember watching him at Duke. He was always pretty good. But I do feel like the Knicks, they still have Jalen Brunson and all that, so I got the Knicks winning in 6 games. Lastly, I'll be talking about the number 4 Cavs versus the number 5 Raptors. And this one's pretty much interesting also just because the Raptors did sweep the season series against the Cavs 3-0. Since the playoffs are on the line, I feel like Cavs are fighting for more. It's going to be interesting though, but I do feel like Cavs win in 5. I feel like just having Donovan Mitchell and James Harden just on offense especially is just going to create a lot of problems for the Raptors. So that'll conclude today's video on me predicting NBA playoff predictions for the first round. And in the comment section below, comment down who you think will win each series, because I'm actually pretty interested to see what y'all put there. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure y'all like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, check out WhyTho Gaming, check out WhyTho on the Go, check out the socials, follow for more, and make sure y'all share this video and check out my personal channel as well. And make sure y'all throw up the W for the WhyTho Podcast. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next week. Peace.